Hello, Zach.
Hey, Alex.
And welcome, everyone, to the Pokemon
Power
Podcast.
Oh, man, I was just so focused on looking at you, and I was just enjoying it that I legitimately missed it.
I complimented you on your ability to do it properly last episode.
No, you can't do that.
I rescind that compliment.
Yeah, no, for sure. I need that kind of criticism.
I want to do a very quick apology time, a segment that we introduced last episode where we acknowledge that we do things wrong. First off, last episode was too long. We're sorry.
Apologize for that. And also just get ready that a segment every episode will be us apologizing for the previous episode. We're assuming that's a normal
Koji
thing.
Nishino deserves your respect. All right, I can't get into it. It'll take too long. We want to make this episode. We try and keep them, a respectable length. But the second thing I want to apologize for, Mega Evolution. I had it in the back of my brain shortly after we talked about it, and then I just never came back to it because I was too passionate talking about Snorlax. So I never got back around to talking about that. It was Mega Evolution that you were asking about.
It was for sure on you.
I've heard that that's similar to Digivolving, which I don't know anything about Digimon. Do you know anything about Digimon, Zach?
I know Digimon, digital monsters. Digimon are the champions.
We'll never be able to air this episode because that's licensed.
Copyright strike.
I mean, I say Pokemon every episode, so I mean, we're really we're pushing the edge. We don't care. All right. Well, we love to start every episode off with an icebreaker. We spend the rest of the 20 minutes talking about Pokemon. Let's spend just a little bit of time talking about ourselves. And Zach, we post these on YouTube. We put these on Spotify and iTunes and Stitcher, where I like to listen. We put them on all these places. And some of the people who hear this are just listeners. Some of the people are watchers and they know what we look like. But what I'd like to do is I'd like for us to describe one another for the listeners at home so they can kind of get an image in their mind of what these voices, what the faces that are saying these things, what they look like. And I thought I'd start, if that's okay. Was that a weird way to phrase that? What do these faces?
What are these faces saying?
What sort of faces would say these things?
Yeah,
we're both white.
What kind of faces? The kind of faces we're talking about? Huh? What kind of faces? Oh man, how do we get so political already?
I always feel like we get very political very quickly, and it's always my fault. Mm-hmm. All right, I'd love to start. Zach, if you don't know what he looks like, he has very kind eyes.
Look right into the camera on that one. Thank you so much for that.
Of course.
Alex, if you're listening to him right now, his silky smooth radio announcer voice, imagine the person that brightens up every room that they walk into with their glorious smile. That's Alex.
Well, that's very nice of you. Thank you so much. I mean, that's very, very kind. Well, let me say another one. Zach, he has a long black beard that he looks very good with.
With the beard.
You're taking it in a wrong way.
No, it's good. It's positive. You're saying a positive thing, so I appreciate it.
I'm saying you look good right now. That's all I'm saying.
No, perfect. Alex is currently, with I assume all of his strength, attempting to grow facial hair, and I think it really, I think it shows that he is a great perseverance. Is what I was thinking.
This is pandemic facial hair. You are taking advantage of a man in a moment of weakness.
No, I mean, I think if people want to imagine you in their mind, imagine somebody who says, I will grow these 7 whiskers on my face with whatever it takes. And I think that really says a lot about you and how to listen to you.
Well, let me just say, Zach, based on the way that he looks, you would think you would have no idea that his favorite food is McDonald's because he doesn't look like Mayor McCheese. He may look like he eats some food. You wouldn't immediately assume it's McDonald's, but you can't tell based on the way that he looks what the food is that he's ingesting. Just a compliment from my dear friend.
Oh man, I'm trying to understand that as a veiled fat joke, but I almost can't understand it. But I want to bless you. I just trying to understand it. I want to bless you with what I think, and I think that Alex could be what I remember knowing him for years now since college. I always thought that he could be a professional swimmer with how oddly hairless his arms are. And I think that's a really great compliment.
Look, bro, that you're placing masculinity and you're saying, I think Michael Phelps is very masculine. OK, if I had to choose who's the more masculine, let's not even get into it, because you know what I want to say is Zach Boyer. I would say, as a compliment, he looks like if the Unabomber and Charles Manson had a baby. That's what I think. I think Zach looks like two killers.
I think that you fully realize that our relationship is it's on thin ice with who can grow hair and who cannot grow hair on their body. That's about how we entirely judge each other. You cannot grow hair on your body. I grow hair on my body. And you are jealous of that.
I noticed you didn't mention my beautiful hair on the top of my head. When you're bald, Zach, I'm going to love this show. Love it.
I can't.
Let's get into Pokemon talk.
All right, that's great. I can't wait. I'm so happy to be here right now.
Well, Zach, it's always a pleasure speaking to you. Let's get into our first segment. A segment called.
I can't wait. You're my favorite.
I have to reset. All right, let's go into a segment we like to call Gotta Elucidate Them All. This is a segment where, Zach, you don't know what Pokemon we're talking about this week. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm just getting in the zone right now. If you can't see me right now, I'm kind of just meditating. I want to be in the zone. I do not know what Pokemon is about to be shown on the screen in front of me, and I'm going to try to describe it for you listeners at home. And if you're watching, see if you could do better than me, which I assume that you probably could.
Zach's a real Zen master. He's a regular Phil Jackson, I'd call him. Do you know who that is, Zach?
I can take that as a compliment. It's fine.
Okay, good. Okay, great. I mean, he coached in LA.
He made a lot of money being a coach. So
yeah, great.
And I think that's how you judge success, is how much money you have.
How much money do you have, Zach?
And I'm not very successful. I just want you to know that. And I'm really hoping that this comes through for us.
We're starting this Patreon today.
And $5, okay, I'll go on the street.
We have to respect our audience's time. We wasted too much time last week. I'm going to put this picture up of the Pokemon this week in 3, 2, 1. Let's start the timer.
Oh my goodness. Again, another adorable Pokemon is just a circle walking with arms, pink like bubblegum. And you know that when you look at this adorable little Pokemon, that they just float around. You'd almost say that they probably wiggle. And I think that if you look at their hair, another beautiful thing is it looks kind of like Elvis with a little like a swoopy pompadour and beautiful blue eyes, smiling at you, waving and saying,
"That's time. Hi." That's time."
Wow.
Oh, you can hear my timer. We never actually hit the timer. I always stop it. You actually went the whole 30 seconds there.
I just really
Zach, you almost got a red card there with you saying wiggle. I can see you wanting to say a different word. A good job withholding. But Zach,
I didn't know if that was actually allowed. It's not like a rhyming thing. It's
I don't know.
A synonym. I mean,
these rules I'm making up as I go along. Zach, okay, I got to ask, who's that Pokemon?
Oh, this is Jigglypuff, baby.
That's Jigglypuff, baby. Another celebrity Pokemon we're talking about this week, and that's just the matter of chance. I put all the original 151 in a randomizer, and Snorlax and Jigglypuff just came up number 3 and 4, and I'm very thankful for that. I think that will help boost our numbers.
I think people are always on like kind of the internet, just kind of Googling like, hey, is there any news about Snorlax? Is there any news about Jigglypuff?
Any Jigglypuff videos posted on YouTube lately on our titles, which do not say the name of the Pokemon that we're talking about. Because I respect Gotta Elucidate Them All too much. I respect it too much.
We don't even want you guys to have a chance to see in the title what's going on. So it's something unrelated, which will for sure help us in any sort of like metrics or showing up on YouTube's playlist. I think it's all about secrecy and not knowing what a show is about. And so, yeah, I mean, I think this is great. Jigglypuff.
Susan, beautiful. We love you. I know that's the lady. I know that's her first name. I don't know her last name. The lady who runs YouTube.
Susan, family friendly Google YouTube. I'm pretty sure that's what I heard her name was.
Susan Dude Perfect.
I really
All right, we waste too much time at this show, Zach.
Okay, here we go. Jigglypuff.
People tune in for Pokemon. They don't care about me or you.
For sure not.
Zach, do you know Jigglypuff's reoccurring anime gag? Are you aware of the reoccurring Jigglypuff anime gag?
It makes people sleep. That's my guess.
Okay,
She
you got
sleeps.
half of it. She sings a song.
Yep.
Do you know how it goes, Zach?
Jiggly. That?
Yeah. You're basically like, Jigglypuff, Jiggly.
Jigglypuff. I can't do the puff part. That's why I just said jiggly. Man.
Jigglypuff sings its song. When the people fall asleep, because of course people fall asleep to the noise of Jigglypuff's voice, which we'll talk about from some of the Pokédex entries. It is upset the people didn't stay awake for its little song, and it takes a marker and it scribbles all over the sleeping people's faces.
Oh my goodness. What a gag. What a goof. What a goof. Jigglypuff.
Who's got better gags, the Pokemon anime or me and you?
What a goof. What a goof. Yeah, I love that.
I don't like this one bit. This is what the bully in college does to take advantage of people who are asleep. They go, this man's asleep. He slaps him on the face. This guy's a heavy sleeper. Yeah. I got the perfect thing for this. Open, and they take their Sharpie marker and they draw little glasses on their face. They're like, you're the boy who lived, and they drew a little thunderbolt on top of their forehead, and you wake up and you're like, I'm Harry Potter, dang it.
I mean, the boy who lived, I mean, you're like the savior of that series, so I mean, it's a pretty great thing for them to make you be that.
You're a turf. You're a turf, bro. You're a turf. I don't want to wake up.
Are you talking about something that it seems really oddly specific what you're talking about? And I know that we lived on the same floor, but I don't remember drawing that on your face. And if this is maybe how you're confronting me about it, I'm super sorry.
I just want to apologize. Okay, well, let's go back to apology time. I just want to say, Zach, I'm sorry that I drank your kefir in college. What can be considered an in-joke? A joke that only me and you understand?
Yes.
Okay. I just don't like it. Do you? I dislike that. It sounds like a bully move to me. I know that it wants people to hear its song, but just because you're making those people fall asleep and then you're drawing on their faces, I don't like it one bit at all. Zach, any thoughts?
Okay. Well, I actually do think it's kind of a funny goof, but it's dark in the sense that I didn't know that Jigglypuff wanted people to hear the song, so that's adding kind of a little element to me thinking about Jigglypuff's motives, because I always thought it wanted everyone to fall asleep. But now I find out it thinks it's a great singer and everyone's falling asleep in front. I mean, imagine how that make you feel, Alex. It's not a bully. This is someone who literally is showcasing their heart. And then everyone just falls asleep in front of them. And it doesn't have a high enough thinking that it can understand that it's putting the people to sleep. All it just sees is people uninterested falling asleep in front of them. Think
Zach,
about that.
One time, a friend of mine was like, hey, I learned this song on guitar. Can I play it for you? And I go, yeah, sure, man. And he starts playing, and he's playing that song from Donnie Darko.
Yes.
I can't remember how it goes, but he starts playing. It's an emotional song. And I just turned to my friend who's also listening, and I'm just like, bro, do you see Die Hard? I'm just like completely not listening to this song.
And see, then the next night next day when you woke up with the Harry Potter glasses on your face, you understand what I was feeling when I tried to play you that song. You're connecting it now. You were the bully.
I'm connecting. You know what? When we all look in the mirror, we're all the bully. I have a tweet from Dr. Lava. Thank you, Dr. Lava YT at Twitter. This is from the lab of Dr. Lava. Back when Gen 1 was still in the process of English localization, pre-release promotional posters revealed lots of Pokemon early English names, like Pudding and Custard, who later in localization process were, of course, renamed Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff. So we learned from our good friend Dr. Lava that Pudding was the original name of Jigglypuff. Zach, I'm just going to go out there on a limb. I do not like it when a Pokemon has a name that's just a real word describing them.
Yeah.
Seal and Dugong, I know we're not there yet, but there's a real animal called a seal.
Yeah.
And there's a real animal called a Dugong.
No.
And they don't look that different from the Pokemon.
I just want you to back up and tell me there's a real thing called like the Dugong or Dugong, whatever.
Yeah, there's a real thing called a dugong. It's like a chunky seal.
You're literally blowing my mind right now, and that's not what tonight's about. It's about Jigglypuff. I agree with you that like Custard is not a great name, but I guess I can't get past this. The dugong thing is a real.
There's
thing,
a real animal called a dugong, buddy. You learn new things every day.
We already mentioned how we're experts in Japanese, and so we are understanding this. But like, is the Japanese word for Jigglypuff mean like custard?
Yeah, it actually does. Actually, I'm glad you asked. The Japanese name for Jigglypuff,
custard.
I know, they did. The
so
Japanese
actually,
name.
We are wrong.
I guess. Look, when you look at the tastes of the different people, the Japanese people who named these Pokemon certain names, for instance, Jigglypuff is named Purin, which is the Japanese word describing a flan-style pudding. They had a different thing in mind than what I have in mind.
Yeah.
I'm in a different space than they're in. Okay. And it's, I just disagree wholeheartedly with my entire heart, Zach.
Wow. I mean, the wholehearted entire of your heart. And I accept that. I'm not as passionate as you are against the name. I imagine if the first time I ever saw it called Custard, I just would have assumed that was what it was. And then Jigglypuff would be weird because it's not even a word. It's like a jig. I mean, it's just kind of like defining it. It looks like a Jigglypuff of something.
I want to say something else, though. I bet Jigglypuff, we mentioned, it's a celebrity Pokemon. If Jigglypuff was called Pudding, it would not be a celebrity Pokemon. Because when you would look up Pudding, you would not see a picture of this Pokemon. You would see a picture of Pudding, of course. It would be far underneath those. You'd have to look up Pudding Pokemon or something else. It would not be able to be a celebrity Pokemon. It would not have the star status that it has, Zach.
I mean, yeah, no, for sure. I think it was the right choice. I'm just saying we didn't translate the name to what it was. You know, I mean, we just have to be okay with that we're doing our own thing.
Real quick, Zach, I have a question. Do you know what the Japanese word nani means?
Not even in the least. None.
All right.
Does it mean no?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Nani. That's the extent of my Japanese knowledge. We're going to play 2 quick games. Real quick. They're both fast ones. This first one's called Creepy, Cool, Cringey. It's actually, we played it once before, but I added an element to it. We used to play Creepy or Cool. I'm adding Creepy, Cool, or Cringey. If it's creepy, this is a Pokédex entry. If it's creepy, say creepy. If it's cool, it's cool. And if it makes you cringe, that's cringy, baby. This first one here is from Emerald. It says, nothing can avoid falling asleep hearing a Jigglypuff song. The sound waves of its singing voice match the brain waves of someone in a deep sleep.
Sound waves match the brain waves.
This makes no sense to me.
The sound waves match the brain waves.
I'm going with cringy because I think this is someone's attempt at sounding scientific. It's like when you watch like Star Trek and they just say enough words that you're like, okay, this doesn't make any sense, but I'm just going with it. I don't think singing in a sound wave that matches a brain wave makes someone fall asleep. It's, if anything, that's like when you listen to like the Aphex Twin album and then you put it on a spectrogram and it makes the Aphex Twin face. You're like, okay, like I guess that's cool, but like that didn't really do anything outside of that.
Yeah, no, I think they were trying to define why it's putting things to sleep, and it's like, I know brain waves are a thing. And it would sound cool if we say sound waves and brain waves at the same time. I want it to be cool. I will agree it's cringy. I want it to be a cooler thing. And so someday, hey, Pokemon, if you're listening, write it better while it's working. I mean, you made this crazy movie with Detective Pikachu, and there's like science all over that thing. They're trying to make sense. So make Jigglypuff make sense.
The most scientific movie. From Ultra Moon. The songs they sing are totally different depending on the region they live in. Some even sound like they're shouting. The last bit kind of throws me a bit, but I'm still going to say cool. This makes sense to me. This makes sense that in different cultures, different things would put different people to sleep. It doesn't make sense in the context of the anime because we see Jigglypuff in different regions and they sing that same Jigglypuff song every single place. But you got to throw that part of your brain out when we're talking about the Pokédex.
It's easy. I mean, it matches my brainwaves. My brainwaves with those waves. I mean, it cancels it out, so it's good. I definitely think it's cool because it almost makes me wish that every Pokemon talk different in different areas. Like it said, its name different. You know, it's like you have like in the United States, you know, you've got the person singing, you know, country music and it sounds like this, and then it's like the inner city like a Chicago rap scene Jigglypuff. I mean, I like that. Like she's on tour with like Chance or something like that.
Yes,
like this. I think it's excellent. Super cool.
All right, cool. You got a little I was getting a little nervous when he started talking about rap. I didn't know where we were going from there.
I think it's an expression of American music. I mean, I'm sorry that I'm a cultured.
Nas says that it's the voice of the people, like much how folk music used to be the voice of the people. Now rap music is the voice of the people. And Nas, I agree. Sapphire.
He says thank you.
Do you speak for Nas? We waste too much time on this podcast. Sapphire. When this Pokemon sings, it never pauses to breathe. If it is in a battle against an opponent that does not easily fall asleep, Jigglypuff cannot breathe, endangering its life.
I want to almost say cool. Like it's commitment to the craft. You know, like I will put you to sleep. But it's more sad. Like it just you can't put it to sleep. So now the Jigglypuff, like I imagine it's kind of like is someone like just like screaming themselves and passing out while the other Pokemon stands there and stares at it. So
yes,
is one of the other options. What's the one?
I said I'm gonna go with creepy.
You're saying creepy.
I don't like facts about how these Pokemon can die in these in the Pokédex. Yeah, kind of makes it for a down note while you're playing the fun family game.
Yeah, I just want them to attack each other to the point of almost death. Yeah, not actual
to the point
death.
That they pass out.
Yeah,
fainting isn't that. Hey, there's my son in the background. Perfect. He's a loud little Pokemon himself. A little Igglybuff in the other room.
Oh, good.
Ultrasun, recordings of Jigglypuff's strange lullabies can be purchased from department stores. These CDs can be found near the bedding area.
Smart. Cool. Very cool.
I like it too.
Put you to sleep.
And finally, Moon, Jigglypuff possess a vocal range that exceeds 12 octaves, but each individual singing skill depends on its own effort. I love this. I like it so much. I like it because it's
so
like
almost needlessly complicated.
It's like every Jigglypuff has the ability, has the potential to be a world-class singer.
Yeah,
but it only if it tries hard.
It's like I want you to know that these guys are awesome, but generally none of them will be because they just aren't committed enough to do it. So just they could be. I mean, that's kind of like the story for like every human, kind of, isn't it? It's like everyone could be awesome, but most people they kind of aren't.
Every person, you can be creepy, cool, or cringy. What are you going to be? Make that decision. Live it every day.
Great podcast. See you guys later.
I have one other game. I want to do this real quick, Zach, because I don't want to go long.
Yep, we got to tie it up.
Like we did last week. This is a segment. We're going to do this in the future. I already have plans.
Perfect.
Called Cloyster's Closet. I want to talk about the fashion choices that we see Jigglypuff wearing. You've played the Smash Bros. Games, if you've mentioned in the past. Yeah. I want to ask you about some of the outfits that you see Jigglypuff wearing in their alternate costumes.
Yeah.
Do you think you know them well?
One is a bow, I think. So, yeah, I'm an expert. Let's go for it.
I don't think I ask about the bow, so we'll see.
That's the one thing I knew.
All right, I'm going to go through these quick. They're all true or false. Just tell me true or false.
Got it.
A white lab coat resembling Professor Oak's from Red/Blue. True or false?
Adorable. False.
You got it, buddy. Nice. The pink felt hat worn by Serena in Pokemon X/Y.
Adorable hat. True. It's got to be true.
That is true. Good job, buddy. 2 for 2.
Oh, gosh, I'm good at this.
Ash's signature red baseball cap put on backwards.
Oh, that would be so cute. True?
That's false, buddy. I'm so sorry.
Man, did you make that up?
I did make that up.
Man, you're so smart.
You know what? Pikachu does wear the hat.
Yeah, I knew somebody wore a cute hat.
A red tropical flower tucked behind their left ear. True or false?
I think maybe that's what I think of as a bow, and that's true.
That is true. I believe there is a bow as well, which I don't talk about here. But yes, they do have a red tropical flower. A blue police officer's hat adorned with a star similar to the one worn by Officer Jenny. True or false?
True.
That's false, friend.
Man,
I'm so sorry.
But it would be so cute.
That would be cute.
Pokemon, if you're listening, little police hat. Super cute.
They're not listening. They're going to start listening the moment Kotaku writes an article about us, and then they're going to try and shut us down.
That's true. Nintendo, be our friends. Okay, or maybe don't know that we exist. Thanks.
You're 3 for 5. Let's stay on a winning angle here.
Okay.
A knit cap shaped like Pikachu's face and signature pointy ears. True or false?
True.
That's false. I'm so sorry.
3 out of 6, 50%.
You're at 50. A gold star shaped badge similar to the one Officer Jenny wears.
No, she's wearing a badge. True.
Wearing a badge. That's false, friend.
Man, this is bad. I started so strong and now I know nothing.
A white nursing cap similar to the one Nurse Joy wears.
True.
That is true. Okay, you're 50-50. Okay. Let's end on a positive note here. Yeah. We got 3 left. I don't know. Maybe we forgot one. It doesn't matter.
Good. I got it. I'm in the zone.
All right, here we go. A green spotted nightcap similar to Kirby's sleep transformation after he receives in many games from eating the enemy Noddy. Is that true or false?
That's so specific for you to make that up. True?
That is true. Good job, buddy.
Oh my gosh. If you wrote that, I would be so mad.
2 more. Okay. Officer Jenny's black handbag. True or false?
True.
That's false. I got you every single time with Officer Jenny.
I just thought he was carrying a handbag in one thing. It sounded
Officer
so realistic.
Jenny does carry a handbag, but no Jigglypuff.
A picture with Jigglypuff with the hand. It's fine.
Not in Smash Bros, buddy.
Go for it. Come on.
Very last one here. The hat resembling a Premier Ball worn by Leaf from Fire Red / Leaf Green.
I guess. True?
You got it, buddy. Good job. Way to end on a high note.
Oh my gosh.
You got more true than false. You did a good job. You should be proud of yourself. That's Cloyster's Closet. We're going to head into a segment called the Pokeball Decision. We're going to choose a Pokeball, a Great Ball, an Ultra Ball, Master Ball, Flea, or Zach also wants the option of throwing a rock at it.
Do not forget about the rock. You keep trying to push it out. You're trying to get it out of the episode, but I think it's crucial for us to be able to accurately rate these Pokemon.
So tell me, Zach, are you going to throw a rock at this Jigglypuff?
No, Jigglypuff is great. I'm going 2 episodes in a row Ultra Ball because Jigglypuff, number one, putting like everybody to sleep. That's a pretty hardcore cool thing to be able to do. I mean, I could be robbing banks. Who knows what me and that Jigglypuff are going to be doing. I mean,
your mind immediately goes to the illegal.
As we go all the way back to the beginning of the episode, money equals success. So whatever way Jigglypuff and I have to, whatever, we're robbing a bank probably. But also against other Pokemon, also adorable, wearing clothes, little hats on, a little flower. It's just cute, So I think I for sure want to keep Jigglypuff in there.
Okay, so I want to say 2 things about Jigglypuff.
Great.
Although I've already forgotten the second one. The first one, I'm ready. One time I had a party for a friend of mine. I was celebrating his birthday.
Yeah.
And it went for a while. We would have all these long parties. And I fell asleep on the couch. And one of my so-called friends, while I was sleeping, decided to, he's like, this guy's dead asleep. He decided to throw a football at me and it hit me straight in the stomach. And I woke up and of course I feel very uncomfortable and I throw up immediately. And it was a terrible experience.
Oh man.
I do not like people or Pokemon who mess with people while they're sleeping.
Wow.
It is. I will not stand for that. The other thing is Jigglypuff very into fashion. I don't know if you're not listening, if you're not watching, if you're listening, I'm not that into fashion. Okay. I get up, I put on whatever's, if I got pants around my ankles, those are the pants I'm wearing, baby. If it's got the belt in it, those are the pants I'm wearing today. If that hoodie is within my eyesight, I'm putting that one on. All right.
Okay.
Not fashionable. I just do not at all resonate with Jigglypuff. I'm going Pokeball.
Wow.
I know that's a disparity between me and you. I'm going Pokeball here.
Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. I think there's a lot of personal things that you're bringing into your judgment of Jigglypuff, but let's just go ahead and see.
We
where the
said this was going to be therapy for me and you.
I think we're going to agree like the actual power ranking. So we'll just keep moving forward.
Okay. Well, let's get to the power ranking. Zach, we have our list so far is Snorlax, Victory Bell, then Cubone. Cubone sitting at the bottom. What do you want to do?
I'm going to put Jigglypuff just right above Cubone. You're putting it all the way at the bottom?
I want Jigglypuff at the very bottom. I want Jigglypuff at the absolute bottom.
For the sake of you being able to process all this stuff that seems to be going on with you, with people bullying you in your sleep and throwing stuff, I'm going to give it to you because I think that Cubone honestly probably could overpower Jigglypuff. I'm okay with it.
Thank you. And you know what? I think as well, you'd mentioned in a previous episode, you apologized for the critique of Cubone. You thought it was a little cooler than you thought it was.
That's true.
So I'm glad it's getting a little bit of, it's not at the bottom anymore. So Jigglypuff, you may be a celebrity Pokemon, but you're at the bottom of the power ranking. Okay.
Jigglypuff, Zach, if you're listening to this, Alex really would like you to apologize for the other bullies in his life that drew on his face as a symbol. So Jigglypuff, whenever you hear this, thank you.
Bye, Jigglypuff. Zach, you want to say anything as we close the episode out?
Again, everyone, be kind. Stop drawing on people's faces while they're sleeping. Someday they're going to grow up and then they're going to stop caring about the clothes that they wear and just grab clothes that are near to them. And nobody really wants that for anybody at all, ever, to be that careless. So be kind, everybody. Someone might grow up to be like Alex.
We all want to prevent that. We all want you to grow up stable and happy. And you got to stay away from Jigglypuffs to do that. As always, the Pokemon Power Podcast would like to thank Bulbapedia.bulbagarden.net, SarahB.org, and Dr. Lava YT. If you'd like to learn more about Pokemon, those would be great resources from you. If you'd like to ask us any questions about next week's Pokemon, submit a game, or just keep up with the podcast, you can find us on most social media platforms at Pokepowpod. If you're watching this on YouTube, we would kindly ask that you like and subscribe, as that helps our channel grow. If you're listening to the podcast, please subscribe via your podcast app. Once again, that is very helpful for us as a podcast. Viewers, thank you for watching. Listeners, thank you for listening. And remember, everyone, if you were a Pokemon, we'd choose you. Have a good week.